Hi everyone, it's Kai. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a brand new speed build video. In today's video, we are going to be building a narrow suburban home in the world of Evergreen Harbor. And it is the world that came with the Eco Lifestyle pack, and it is a very good pack. Although I had to change the surrounding environment using cheats. So that the area was cleaner. Otherwise, I think this is a beautiful world if you have like a good carbon footprint. And I chose this lot because of the lighting, and I also wanted to build something that is outside of Brindleton Bay or Newcrest or Windenburg or the usual lots that I built in. And I really like Evergreen Harbor so far. I think one of the Pinecrest apartments is very nice as well if you changed it to a renovated version using some cheats. But otherwise, I think it is a pretty good world. And for this build, I decided to go on Pinterest and look up for inspiration. And I found this house that looks nice, but I only built part of it through this build. And it is a suburban home. And I chose a narrow style home because usually when I build suburban homes, it's usually like big family homes. So I decided to build something small and make it narrow. And I really hope that you guys will like this build. Everything in this build is functional, I hope. At least so far, when I tested it with my sim to take some screenshots, there wasn't any issue. So far it is like 99% functional. But anyways, you can see that the structure already came together pretty quickly, and I chose blue color for this scheme because I really think that the blue color suited this brightness lighting very well. So I decided to use the Tudor style wallpaper from the Get Together pack and pair it with some base game brick that is blue in color. And at first I wanted to go for this turquoise color for the bricks, but then I asked my sister which one she prefers because, I really like blue and also this turquoise color. So she said that the blue one, which is kind of this bright blue, more towards blue instead of like blue-green, is nice. So I decided to go with her opinion. And I really liked the look of the outcome in the end. And I hope that you guys will like it too. But anyways, for this build, it contains 2 bedrooms and 1 common bathroom. It has 2 floors, obviously. And I think it can fit up to 3 Sims because one of the bedrooms is actually belonging to a teenager. So it only can fit up to 3 Sims, and maybe if you want to change the downstairs study to a bedroom, you can do so as well, so you can fit up to 4 Sims. But the study for the downstairs area is pretty narrow as well, so there isn't much if you want to change it to a bedroom. But otherwise, I think it is a good house for a family, like a small family of 3 Sims. And I also had some trouble actually using the Better Build by mod from Twisted Mexi. I don't know why suddenly it crashed in the game, so I had to do things manually by just using the cheat box and entering bb.moveobjects or debug objects to build and furnish this house. And I'm not so sure why that is the issue. I tried to check on Twisted Mexi's Twitter for any updates from him or her or they. I'm not so sure how Twisted Mexi wants to go for with their gender or non-binary or anything, but yeah, I tried to go on their Twitter and I couldn't really find anything, so I think it is my PC. I'm not so sure as well. But in terms of the landscaping of this house, it is a pretty simple landscaping, I can say that. And this house is definitely not eco-friendly because I will be putting a fireplace, and also I think I turned off the carbon footprint option in the gameplay options. So I didn't really want to deal with the trash lying around and stuff like that. So I just decided to turn it off and make it like a normal world like Brindleton Bay or Newcrest or Willow Creek or something similar like that. and it just made things easier. And then we move on to the interior part, and we're starting off with figuring out the floor plan. I think I skipped it. I'm not so sure just now. I didn't see it. But the floor plan worked out pretty nicely, and I'm really happy about the floor plan because everything came together really well. And I didn't really spend too much time on figuring out the floor plan, so it was a bonus for this build. I think one of the good things about this build is actually the floor plan mainly, and also just the concept, which is a narrow suburban home. For the living room over here, I decided to go with some green cushions from the Cats and Dogs pack, I think, or Seasons pack. And I chose green because I couldn't really find the perfect swatch for the other colors of that same couch. And I also really wanted to use that couch since I don't use it often in any of my builds. So I just decided to go with this green color, which I think suits nicely with some yellows and blues. And I think overall the color scheme of the interior is cohesive with one another, so there isn't any mismatch. So basically the whole color scheme revolves around blues, greens and yellows, and I think it is very nice and cozy looking. But do let me know what you guys think in the comments, of course, if you like this build or not. And then we move on to this kitchen over here, which is a pretty small kitchen. It is shared with the dining room of the house, and it is a pretty small house, so I couldn't really fit in another separate dining room. So I decided to combine the dining room and also the kitchen together, so it makes more sense. And I just simply decorated it as in the kitchen, like how a family house kitchen should look like. And I chose the cabinets from one of the kits. I think it is the Country Kitchen kit, although I don't really like the cabinet with the curtain, the pink curtain on it, because it looks horrible. But I chose to use it anyways because, you know, maybe some imperfections are perfections of this build. And then over here I'm just placing the dining table, which I will be moving it to the center, and just to make space for more stuff like a side table from the living room section, and just pair it with the dining table to make it look more nicer and more cozy and also more lived in. But I think the kitchen is also one of my favorite parts of this build, simply because I love decorating this kitchen. I really like how I put the color scheme together and just, you know, decorate it and make it very cozy looking. So it is a pretty nice space for your family of Sims to gather and have their food together or anything like that. And then we move on to the study over here, which is a pretty narrow space. As you can see, I could just fit in nicely a table from the DHD pack, and also I included a little fireplace from the Cats and Dogs pack to make it look more cozy. And like I said, it's not an eco-friendly house, so it has a fireplace. And the study is just fitted for one sim. I think only one sim can go in at a time. I'm not so sure how it will work, but you can definitely test it out yourselves. And then over here we're moving on to the top floor, starting off with this master bedroom, which is green and blue and white in color. And I just plainly decorate it because I wanted to go for a simple looking bedroom. And then over here is going to be the teenager's bedroom, which I imagine is a girl who really likes knitting. So I included a lot of like nifty knitting stuff from that pack, and you know, just make it look more like it belongs to a teenager who actually has hobbies. When I was a teenager, I couldn't really figure out like what I like and what I did not like. I think I was into The Sims and gaming only after I entered university. But yeah, anyways, the bedroom of the daughter is pretty much decorated nicely, and I really like it compared to the parents' bedroom. And then over here is just going to be the common bathroom that is shared between the two. And I included a lot of bookshelves in this build simply because there was a lot of space for me to squeeze in bookshelves. And then over here, I was just trying to find these sticky notes that came with the Parenthood pack. Because my Better Build by mod doesn't work over here, I just had a hard time finding it until I just gave up on it. And also, this house has a small washing machine room. And then over here is just me decorating the porch. I included a chess table, a wood working table, and also an art easel. But I think that will be it for the video. There isn't much for me left to say other than just decorating the backyard. I really hope that you guys will like this build. If you want to download this build on the gallery, you can do so. My ID is simmerkhai, and other than that, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and I hope to talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!